They reap, we sow. Dreams, thoughts, visions, they are everywhere, but the principle is always the same. They throw a tainted seed into a fertile ground. The rest happens by itself.
And so what you're saying is, without our assistance, the High Ones would be powerless. The cleansing would never happen.
Just think for a moment. When did the High Ones ever do anything other than manipulate you?
Good point.
Did they ever physically influence any events? They incited the Naramis to march against you, and time and again confirmed the righteousness of both your causes. All they told you, all they showed you, was what you wanted to hear, and what you wanted to see. And yes, if you, Tealor Enthial, his order, and the Naramis had never acted, the cleansing would never have happened.
And there really is no reason for all of this? I can't believe that.
Maybe there is, but if so, I do not know it. But the more turns of the cycle I witness, the more I get the impression that it is some kind of trial. A cosmic game, woven by powers we have not even come close to comprehending. Maybe this is just wishful thinking, to give all this pain a meaning, when it does not have one. Maybe the High Ones are simply a law of nature, a concept, and we give birth to them by believing there is such a thing as an ultimate external enemy in the first place. The eternal struggle with ourselves. Perhaps that is just part of what it means to exist.
That means that Autenrieth has just initiated the cleansing. He has signed the death warrant for all humanity.
Like 1,000 others before him, the High Ones knew exactly what they had to do to get him to commit this last act of desperation. They played him with his weaknesses and fears, like a figure on a chessboard. And the saddest part is that until the very end, he will believe that he has done something good.
Because he wouldn't accept failure, no matter the price.
That was his greatest fear, yes. To be remembered as a failure, a broken man. That was the stream the High Ones manipulated him from the moment he died, after attempting to flee from his prison on Nehrim.
From the moment he died? What do you mean?
The real Autenrieth. He is dead, Prophet. He is a fleshless one of the mightiest tools of the High Ones. Just as you are.
I suppose that makes sense in a sick sort of way. Like, I've died 1,000 times. Like, this whole journey to Enderal started with me dead. So, is this an illusion?
I wish it were. The methods of how the High Ones influence us are plentiful, and the red madness and their ability to enter our dreams are not their only means. Their mightiest tool is the creation of projections, fleshless ones, or emissaries, as they are also called. If a person dies, and if this person has one last unfulfilled wish, a compulsion, then the High Ones have the power to create a projection of him. An immaterial image of the deceased, which thinks itself real and is perceived as such. What no one notices, not even the projection itself, are two things. Firstly, it is driven by this last unfulfilled desire. Secondly, it becomes an idealized version of its former self, almost tailor-made to free itself from the last compulsion, that ultimate scourge. The daughters of fishermen become warriors. Broken generals become charismatic and driven leaders who seem almost too determined to be real. You are one of these projections, as are all of the emissaries. You are a fleshless one, a spirit searching for liberation from something. I do not know your past before you came to this land, because before you became the prophet, you were insignificant. But what happened to you and your friend on that ship? You never survived it. You drowned in the Red Sea, and in that very moment, the High Ones entered your mind and made you into what you are today. And other than myself, the High Ones knew your compulsion, knew the desire that drove you. Whatever it was, it made you predictable, and it allowed them to play you, just as they played Autenrieth and Korak. Do you see it now? Every dream the High Ones sent you, every time they appeared to you, they all had but a single purpose: to feed your self-image, to push you in a certain direction. They wanted you to play the game for their purposes, and they succeeded. You read the echo of the future, as other prophets did before you. You helped Autenrieth reconstruct the beacon, and led him to the Numinos. When he saw that it would be taken away from him at the very last instant, his fear of failure led him into doing what he did.
Then that means that I'm responsible. I caused the cleansing.
You are not to blame, Prophet. You did what countless others did before you, and you did it because you thought it was the right thing to do. Only one thing is different. In all the time I have been here, never before did a projection realize its own nature. You were meant to dissolve like the rest of mankind. Yet, here you stand, and I tell you the truth. This was never meant to happen.
Well, maybe there's a reason for all this. Maybe we can still stop the cleansing.
Oh, stop it. No, it is too late for that. By the name of the sun, it is so ironic that the veiled woman did not lead you here earlier. It is over, Prophet. You are strong, but regardless of how long your power can protect you from the light of the cleansing, eventually you will dissolve too. Even if... Wait. No. Maybe you are right. Maybe there is a way.
I'm listening.
But no. It would be pointless.
What would be pointless? Why?
Forgive me, I have to think. Yes, there could be a way. What I told you is true. Here on Earth you would not survive the cleansing. But there is one place where you could. The Star City. I know that you brought something back from your journey there. The escape pods. And I know that they can also take you back there. For I have seen the Yalam Rashe, the ancient starlings, do so. Whatever has protected the city over all these millennia, it would protect you too. Yes, you could survive it. By the face of time, you could.
But to what end? That wouldn't stop the cleansing.
No, it would not. But that is irrelevant. You are fleshless, a projection. And just like me, time cannot touch you. Age cannot kill you. And thus you could succeed where I have failed. You could wait for the cleansing to be over. And then create a new humanity.
Do what?
Create a new humanity. It is only a matter of time until the new turn of the cycle starts. New life will come forth. First, simple life, then human. And just like the civilizations before them, they will also fall victim to the High Ones, because they will have the same weaknesses as we do. But not with your help. You could be a god to them. You could guide their ascent. You could shape a mankind free of egos and weaknesses. And by doing so, you would deprive the High Ones of their power. Just imagine, in this new world, there would be no need for a beacon, because the High Ones simply would not have any strings to pull on. Mankind will defeat them by becoming superior.
This is wrong. I can't let all those people die. There has to be another way. You hinted at something.
Yes. I regret that I did. Please. Right now, you have the chance to break a millennial-old pattern. Do not let it go to waste. I beg you.
I will make a decision once you have told me all of the options.
You are so stubborn. But, well, you might be able to destroy the beacon itself. The light, it consumes everyone who gets too close to it. But you, as a projection, you might be able to do it. It will not stop what the beacon has already done, but it will interrupt it. However, it would mean your death. Yours and that of all life in Enderal. It is too late to save them now. And even if you succeed, it changes nothing. Yes, Korik would be dead. But do you think the High Ones would just give up? They would retreat for a few years. Decades, maybe. No more. And then it would all happen again, until another emissary lights the beacon. Trust me, I know humans far better than I would like to. Within a few years you would be forgotten, and they would win, as they always do.
Not if someone were to tell them everything that you just told me. Not if someone could flee.
And who would that be? Even if there were someone, do you think anyone would listen? If you were to tell them that humanity itself is to blame, that the ultimate enemy does not even exist,
It would be worth a try.
You are delaying the inevitable, nothing more. And you are throwing away a chance, which we might never have again.
Maybe, but I will not be the judge over life and death of so many. I will destroy the beacon.
Then you will change nothing. But what can I do? I am powerless. Go. Do what you must. And deal with the consequences. There is one more thing I need to ask of you, however. One final request. I want you to shut me down.
Shut you down? You mean kill you?
Yes. I want to finally rest. I will not spend another 1,000 years watching this tragedy unfold. You could have changed it, but you did not. There is nothing I can do now. Please, do it. The switch is in front of you. That was how I connected myself to the Goliath. It will cut the connection as well. Do it, and then go. Go and fulfill your fate. Forgive me. The two of us will now exchange places. I am sorry for the deception, and if there were another way, I would not do this. You could have made the right choice, but you refused. And I will not see this chance go to waste. I cannot.
You son of a bitch.
Once this is all over, I will send someone to free you from the Goliath. But until then...
Over here, Saira, quickly!
Calia?
By the name of the sun, are you alright? I was so worried when...
Yeah, we have a problem.
Fool! I would have kept my word, but if you want to play games, fine! I have had enough time to practice!
Oh, Kirash.
Well, fuck.
Careful.
You are not fit to become a god! You never were! What have you seen? What have you achieved? I deserve this!
Wow.
What are you doing? You'll get yourself killed! Enemies, get ready. What are you doing? You'll get yourself killed! We need to deal with these things first! Yourself killed! We need to deal with these things first!
Fuck you. Fuck you.
By the
Fuck
name of
you.
the sun, Get away from the glowing creature, quickly!
Fuck you. Fuck you. Damn it. Damn it all.
Focus, Calia. Focus.
Yeah. Kirash indeed.
You are not fit to become a god.
Away from the machine now!
I don't have any desire to become a god, you jackananny.
This.
What are you doing? You'll get yourself killed! We need to deal with these things first! Careful. What the? That doesn't look good. Get away. By the name of the sun, get away from the glowing creature, quickly! Not again. Get away from the runes! Now, attack the generators! Oh, by the gods! Get away from its face now!
No! No! What have you done?
Whew. Whew. Holy fuck, Calia.
I suppose the explanations will have to wait.
I will tell you on the way back, as best as I can, but right now we need to head back to the Temple to Cleansing. It's happening right now.
I had a feeling that might be the case. Go on ahead. I will follow. I had assumed as much. Yuslan and he didn't even try to help me after that dragon attacked us. I was lucky to find another way in, otherwise I would never have found you. And you were...
What is it?
My head, it feels as if it's on fire. This must be the cleansing. If this is how it feels down here, then fate have mercy on those who are on the surface. Don't you feel anything?
Faintly, it's dull somehow.
Then the Black Guardian was right, wasn't he? What you are, your fleshlessness, it protects you. Kirash, I just don't understand. You are here, standing right before me, and I can see you. How is that possible? Could you really be an illusion?
I don't know, but it's the truth. It all makes sense now what the aged man said about me and my corpse in the living temple.
I suppose so. So, what now? Your decision, is it final?
I just cannot leave mankind to die. I have to stop the cleansing, even if it means my own death. The survivors will stop the High Ones.
Yes, they have to. Then I should leave this place before it is too late. This burning, it's getting worse by the minute. Kira is close enough to reach it by Myrid. Maybe the Golden Queen will listen to me. Then the rest is up to them. We will honor your sacrifice, Saira. You won't be forgotten. I promise.
Archmaster. Has anyone seen Jespar? Oh, no. I'll stop this, but where's Jespar?
Erlanda, is that you? I did it.
This is your doing. You caused the cleansing.
What? No. No, you're wrong, darling. I saved them. Don't you see? I led them to the light. I... alone.
Fucker. Alright. Jespar was in the terrarium? Which is... that's the quarter, so I think it...
A great philosopher once said that every change begins with a moment of lucidity. In these moments, a veil opens, one which normally shrouds all the unwelcome truths we're aware of, but which we have buried deep within ourselves where we cannot see them. And it is only these moments in which we can make a decision. The decision to either act or to let the moment pass until the veil seals itself again and we once more are the slaves of our habits. I don't believe in revolutions. They are too simple, too fiery, and they too often end with the opposite result of what was intended. But neither am I a cynic who has lost all faith in the world. Change is possible, but it won't come as a big bang, but rather as a long path, one that will constantly confront us with obstacles. Obstacles we can either choose to overcome, or at which we choose to quietly turn around and go back to being what we were. The sacrifice of the one who will be remembered as the prophet is proof that I am right. Yes, some might see the downfall of Enderal as the triumph of the High Ones, but it wasn't. It was neither that nor a triumph for mankind. What we were granted was a moment of lucidity, the chance to start our own walk down a long, rocky path. The High Ones exist because we believe in them. We, our egos, give them their power, and the more we listen to their words, the more we hate them, the more powerful they become. Indeed, the beacon, this ancient machine of unknown origin, can destroy us, but it can also free us from the High Ones once and for all, if we use it right. Rumors that the Arizalians have started constructing a second beacon, and the knowledge that this time we are aware of its nature, give me hope that the prophet did not die in vain, and that we continue walking.